Dear students, in the previous class, we have seen about the energy scenario in throughout the world and in India. So now, in this video, we will see about the energy efficiency and conservation of that energy. So, what is meant by energy conservation? So, what is meant by energy conservation means energy conservation refers to the efforts made to reduce the energy consumption, or it is the practice of decreasing the quantity of the energy used. So it may be achieved through the efficient energy use only, in which case energy use is decreased while achieving a similar outcome, or by reduced consumption of the fossil fuel energy services. So that means we can reduce our energy consumption in order to save our energy. That is nothing but energy conservation. So for the future future purposes, definitely we have to conserve the energy resources. So in order to conserve those energy resources, what we have to do? We have to save that energy from now onwards. That is nothing but energy conservation. So energy conservation is often the most economical solution to the energy shortages. That means in upcoming days we may get the energy shortages also. So to overcome those energy shortages, definitely we have to follow the energy conservation schemes, and we have to follow the energy conservation from now onwards. So in this slide, the this pyramid represents the how we can conserve the energy. So how we can conserve the energy? By using the renewable energy sources. So why? Because the renewable energy sources are always available in the universe. So there is no shortage of these energy sources. So that's why we can encourage the usages of the renewable energy sources for the energy development. And that is the first one, energy, renewable energy. And the next in the energy pyramid, the second point to conserve the energy is energy efficiency. Energy efficiency, that means the here we have the washing machines and CFL bulbs and refrigerators and some codes or labels. So while purchasing the energy equipments, energy usageable equipments, definitely we have to purchase the energy efficient equipments only, which can be decided by the labeling on those particular equipments. And next, last one is conservation of energy. That means we can conserve the energy by our own responsibility. That means how we can conserve? Instead of driving a car, we can go to some distance. That means suppose if that is a very shortest distance, so there is no need to car, then we can go that place by walk. So in that manner we can reduce the fuel. That means we can save the energy. And similarly we can control the wastage of water while pumps are running. And next we can switch off the all those switches while we are not present in the home. So like this, by our personal responsibility also we can conserve the energy. So why to conserve it? Why we have to conserve these energy sources? Why? Because we have limited resources available on the earth. So our demands are continuously increasing day by day. So it is possible that someday most of the non-renewable sources will be exhausted and we will have to switch over to the alternating energy. So at that time there is no energy. So in order to overcome that situation, in order to stop that situation, definitely we have to go for the energy conservation. And the importance of the energy conservation is also, now 60% of the resources are consumed so far, and 85% of the raw energy comes from the non-renewable sources, and hence not available for the future generation. So if you continue the energy consumption in this manner, so there is no energy for the future generation. So that's why we have to go for the energy conservation. And what is meant by the energy efficiency? So here we termed as this energy efficiency as negawatts. So that is the opposite to the megawatts, like that. So negawatts win over the megawatts. So what are the economic percept means? The energy efficiency are cheaper than the megawatts. And energy efficiency provides the maximum system wide benefits, definitely. And energy efficiency reduces need for the imports and scarce resources. And energy efficiency mitigates risk from supply uh, vulnerabilities. And what can we do? What can we do? And where can we do in order to conserve the energy? So we can conserve the energy at various levels. So on those, the some levels are, we can conserve the energy at household levels, in our households. And we can conserve the energy at community levels. And we can conserve the energy in industry and other places. And we can conserve the energy in transportation sectors also. So how we can conserve the energy at household levels? So in the mainly the major appliances for the domestic uses in the energy conservation. So the energy conservation in the refrigerators, and in the energy conservation in the ovens or microwave ovens, and the energy conservation in ironing, and energy conservation in cooking, and energy conservation in washing machines, and energy conservation during the lighting, and energy conservation during the cooling. So in the energy conservation in the refrigerator means we can prefer for the double door refrigerators for best energy conservations. Why we go for the double door energy conservation means, there if you want to need the highest cooling, we can go for the one door. And we want to go for the moderate cooling, we can go for the another door. And similarly the energy conservation in the ironing, while we ironing the clothes, so at the middle we have to plan for that ironing process, we can complete it at the one time only in a week. That means all the clothes are ironed at a time only. If you want to, or if you do the ironing every day one cloth, then the heating required for the that ironing that cloth is consumes the energy in every day. So in order to reduce that energy consumption, we have to plan our ironing in all the clothes at a time. And the energy conservation in cooking, that is also, instead of while cooking, we have to consider the what are the various conservative methods, and with that methods only we can, if you cook, then definitely we can eliminate the, or we can conserve the energy. And in the washing machines also, all the clothes are put in the at a time only. Do not use the washing machines for single cloth or double clothes. And energy conservation during the lighting, while we are present in the home, then only we can switch on the lights. And in the during the daylight day sessions, we don't use the lights. So by following these measures, definitely we can conserve the energy in the lighting point of view. And like that, the cooling point of view also, we can already discuss in the refrigerators. And next, energy conservation at community levels. So how we can conserve the energy at community levels means, all necessary lights should be turned off, especially when conference rooms etc. are not in use. And computers, monitors, photocopiers and other business equipments should be set to their energy saving mode only. And skylights should be used for warehouses. And we should ensure that offices having air conditioners have proper windows and all doors are closed when the air conditioners are in use. And the third point, energy conservation in industry and other places. So in the industry, we have to go for the auditing, and we can modify the process based upon the conservations of the energy, and improving the, or we can use the improved measuring instruments. That means which instruments gives the accurate readings. And we can go for the energy loss reduction in that particular industry. And we can go for the technology for the light load reduction. So by following all these precautions, definitely we can conserve the energy in the industry point of view also. And energy conservation in the transportation sector. So how we can reduce the energy, or how we can conserve the energy in the transportation sector, mainly reduction of the fuel consumption and fuel economy maximizing behavior. So in the reduction of the fuel consumption, car speed should be maintained as far as possible 50 to 60 kilometers per hour. And we should avoid the frequent starts and stops to reduce the fuel consumption. And we stop apply brakes gradually as far as possible. And coming to the fuel economy maximum behavior point of view, moderate driving and driving at lower speeds, and turning off vehicles engines at stops rather than the idling. And what are the preventives we consider for the conservation of the energy at home and public places? So at home, we should not keep the lights unnecessarily switched on and reduce the energy your appliances consume by analyzing star ratings, that is BW ratings, and improve your water heating efficiency to reduce the energy costs. And coming to that public places, switch off the fans, lights, the places like bus terminals and railway stations when not necessary, and switch off the street lights and big hoardings lighting up for whole the evening and nights are other wastage of power which can be and used should be avoided. That means in the hoardings also we can make it on for the day sections only. So if you go for in this manner, then definitely we can achieve the in three manners. We can achieve the or we can achieve 3 points basically. What is the 3 points means? We save our money when we save energy. That means we can pay the current bill for the every equipment usage. So when we save the energy consumption, then definitely we can get the low current bill. So we can save our money. And next, we reduce the pollution when we save the energy. Suppose we use one car, we are using cars, and for a short distance, our company is present at the very short distance from our home. Then use the cycles or by walking. Then we can reduce the energy wastages instead of using car. So then we by using in this manner we can reduce the pollution and we can save our environment also, and we save our energy when we save energy. That means if you save this energy, this saved energy can be definitely used for the future purposes. So for future generation we save our energy. So these three advantages we have by saving the energy or by conserving the energy. So the one statement for the energy conservation is energy is life, join hands in conserving it. So if you saving that energy, then the saving potential is, if you consider the economy as a whole sector economy, then we can save the energy up to 23%. And in the agriculture sector we can save the energy up to 30%. And in the industrial sector we can save our energy up to 25%. And in the transport sector we save the energy up to 20%. And in the domestic and commercial purposes we save the energy up to 20%. So it is never too late to practice energy modesty and efficiency otherwise. So in the year 1800 we have used candles, and in the 1900s we can use the incandescent lamps, and in the 2000 years we can use the CFL lamps, chlorofluorescent lamps, and in the 2020 we use the LED lamps. So if you not use in this manner, if you not save the energy in this manner, then definitely in the 2050 definitely we can go for the again candle only, again candle only. That means the history repeats itself scenario. The history repeats itself, it is a scenario. So in this manner we can save the energy, and the saving energy is a important concern for giving the better future for our future generation. So for that our governments also take some steps. So those steps, that means provided some acts. So those acts we will see in our next video. Thank you.